Something just blew up at Run! Go!
Shock as the number of injured in the Boston Marathon terrorist attack climbs to more than 100. Tonight, Central Ohio families describe the bombs that sent deadly shrapnel flying everywhere.
Seems like a piece of metal, shrapnel from the explosion hit him in the leg.
Now the FBI is on the case, locking down a hospital to question a man inside about the attack. The latest on the Boston Marathon bombings, now at 11.
We've had an attack.
New developments within the hour on that deadly attack at the Boston Marathon. 3 people are now dead, including an 8-year-old boy. We've learned the 2 bombs contained ball-bearing shrapnel. More than 130 people were injured, including a 2-year-old boy. The hospital where a man is being questioned is under a lockdown this hour. Vanita Nair joins us live in Boston with some answers tonight. Vanita?
Good evening. We are joining you from about 3 blocks away from where those 2 bombs were detonated. And at this hour, it is still a very active crime scene investigation. Police are trying to figure out who was responsible and what the motivation was for this attack. The first bomb went off just before 3 p.m. near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, sending smoke into the air and runners and spectators to the ground. Then a second explosion went off 2 blocks away. Medical personnel stationed at the finish line to care for fatigued runners became battlefield medics. The injured, some missing limbs, were placed into wheelchairs and rushed to waiting ambulances.
The most common serious injuries are combined lower extremity injuries, combined meaning bone injuries, soft tissue injuries, and vascular injuries.
Witnesses were stunned.
It sounded like something horrible, and everyone just stopped and looked around and just had this horrible feeling.
Authorities are also searching the entire marathon route for clues.
We are stabilizing the situation at this point in time, but people should be cautious.
After the explosion, cell phone service in these surrounding areas was completely shut down to prevent any possible remote explosive detonations, but they are still unclear how the bombs were set off. President Obama promised federal help for victims and their families.
Any responsible individuals, any responsible groups will feel the full weight of justice.
Sources tell CBS News that a man is being detained and police are questioning him, but he is not being called a suspect. Investigators are also looking at surveillance tapes and other images of the scene before and after the explosions to try to piece together what happened and who might be responsible. Now, at this hour, much of downtown Boston is still shut down. You can see some police behind me. They're in the process right now of searching each and every trash can that was along the marathon route, as well as those surrounding streets, just in an effort to ensure there are no explosive devices they might have missed. Reporting live in Boston, Vanita Nair, back to you.
Thanks, Vanita. She mentioned a man being detained. Well, we're learning more about him. 10 TV's Jason Frazier at the alert desk with some more information. Jason?
Jerry, authorities are very clear at this point. They are not referring to the man as a suspect. They just tell us they are right now questioning him about what exactly happened at that marathon. They have not released his identity, but they are telling us that he right now is being treated at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston for burn injuries. Now, I want to show you a picture that we just got here into the newsroom. You can see in this photo armed guards with machine guns. They are stationed at the hospital for protection. Our colleagues at CBS News report that the man that is being questioned is a Saudi national. Now, police say a witness saw him acting suspiciously when the explosions happened. The man ran and the witness chased and tackled the man until police arrived. Now, at this point, no one has come forward to claim any responsibility for what happened. Reporting live at the alert desk, Jason Frazier, 10 TV News.
The explosions killed at least 1 child and injured others. I spoke by phone tonight with a family friend of one of those injured boys. Do you know how he was injured and what injured him?
Seems like a piece of metal, shrapnel from the explosion hit him in the leg and above the knee, and just was lodged in his leg. But they acted quickly. They got him to triage, and then they got him to the hospital.
The 11-year-old from Northern California was at the marathon to watch his mother run. Well, the Navy sent a bomb disposal unit to Boston tonight, and right now several blocks surrounding Copley Square are on lockdown. It's now considered a crime scene. Copley Square is located in the heart of Boston. It's surrounded by hotels, restaurants, and bars, and it's less than 2 miles from Fenway Park and the New England Aquarium. The two bombs went off within 15 seconds of each other. Watch and listen as confusion and chaos sets in. Just an incredible scene today. You heard both of those explosions. Here's another view of the distance between the two bombs. The first closer to the finish line, the second farther up the race route. This view shows you just how many people were sitting in the stands watching runners when it happened.